Staying with us, the World Bank is predicting the South African economy will grow at below 1% this year. This as pharmaceutical manufacturer Aspen announced plans to retrench over 200 workers, joining Massmart and Telkom, which collectively announced their 4,000 job cuts. Starting your own business may very well be desirable as an option, but funding is a challenge in a shrinking economy. So how do you get financial backing and the support structure to start and grow a business? Let's find out about one project that is offering this, especially in the tech sector. Joining me now is a startup development expert, Octavius Phukubye. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You are here because you are the entrepreneur in residence for an organization known as IAME Accelerator.
Correct.
Can you tell us more about IAME Accelerator and what is the message they're trying to get out there specifically by the 31st of January?
So the IAME Accelerator is basically a program designed to is basically looking for technology startups, entrepreneurs who are in their early stages. It's a program funded by IDF. We know the challenges that entrepreneurs are having in the country, but we also know the biggest opportunities lie in technology and innovation. So as many of these guys who are developing products or services that are innovative, that are going to take our country forward, create jobs, they need funding, right? So they need funding, but they also need additional support that goes with it. They need support in commercializing this product, making sure that they've got, expertise that, are in developing this product that they're doing, creating markets for them. So the IAME Accelerator is looking for young entrepreneurs, black entrepreneurs who are developing these innovative products, the solutions that are addressing some of the challenges that we have as a country. We're giving them seed capital. And this is the type of capital that is very, very rare and very difficult to get in South Africa, right? It's that capital where you're really trying to prove and really go out in the market, right? So that, it's an exciting program. We're hoping that a lot of the guys that are watching your show will take advantage and apply by the 31st of this month. The program offers a number of things. It's funding, so that's seed capital. It offers additional support. It offers technology support. It offers access to market. So we're hoping they can take advantage of this and get involved. We've been doing it since 2008. We know what the industry or what the economy requires. It's a quality pipeline of entrepreneurs that are building robust solutions in the technology space in different sectors that are going to take us forward. So that's really the key message for us from an IAME Accelerator. We're looking for these guys.
Now, you are their entrepreneur in residence, yes. But you didn't just arrive in the sector as a fully fledged entrepreneur. Your journey started in a certain place, and Absolutely. It's led you to where you are right now. And from what I've read up about your journey, that included some kind of development in big name companies like SAB and the like, and economic development then became a passion of yours. Yeah. Tell us what your journey was, if you can, in a short space of time, that brings you to this point where you can actually now play a mentorship role to young entrepreneurs coming up.
Yeah. So my background really has always been in youth entrepreneurship, in really supporting small business development, providing them with appropriate support so that they can really develop and create the value and create the impact that we're looking for. So from working with different corporates, have just recently came back from USA, where all I really was learning is how the ecosystem of developing SMEs and young entrepreneurs is integrated, how it functions. So that's been my role. And right now, I'm running a small consulting firm, and I'm partnering with IDF. Our company is called Brilliant. And we're bringing...
Very catchy there.
It is. But essentially what we're really bringing forward is ways in which, innovative ways and simple ways in which you can really develop SMEs in this country, develop young entrepreneurs in this country, create systems, create support mechanisms in place so that these guys at early stages, right, they can have that hand-holding and eventually grow the companies that we really need in the country.
And now this cohort that IAME Accelerator is looking to take in, from what I understand, it wants to focus specifically on black tech startups. Yep. Tell us about what that landscape in the tech sector has looked like. Is there, and from what I've been able to see as a non-expert, but just in terms of what I've read and when I've been to awards for the best app and that kind of thing, it's not a very diverse landscape, is it?
It's certainly not. And it's the same across the world. And the biggest challenge for us in South Africa is that, black entrepreneurs, young black entrepreneurs, do not come from families with a lot of resources. We don't come from families with rich uncles, connections and networks in the industries. So those you're starting at a minus, right? So that's why it's very difficult, it's very expensive for many of our guys to come through the ranks. And the biggest reason is because also this barriers of access to information, access to resources, access to support, mentorship.
And the time.
Exactly, right? But also the biggest thing is also is access to information, the type of information you need to know what opportunities exist across different markets and different sectors in the industry. So that's where you find it very difficult. And it's for us, because of our economic structure and where we come from as a country, it's an example of where or the challenges that we have, right? So we still have a long way, and that's why we specifically are looking, we've created with IAME Accelerator is designed specifically to address that problem, because we don't have a lot of options, right? Access to these resources are very far in between, and I mean it's going to take a long time. But the exciting thing though is you having very competitive commercial solutions coming from a lot of all these black entrepreneurs. So if we give them half the resources, half the support, half the guidance, I think we can create magic, and we've already started doing that.
When you're looking at ideas that could make a go of it in the tech sector, are you mainly looking at ideas that fill a gap, that fill a need, that's a solution that's needed in a specific market? Is that what you're looking for? Is it as easy as saying, when you're an entrepreneur, find a gap in the market, a solution that hasn't been come up with, and go for that?
It's actually, we're only interested in solutions that are addressing the problem. So if the solution is addressing the problem, and it's addressing the problem that is so significant that we think that the process of addressing this problem will help us build this business, right? So the problems that entrepreneurs are able to find out in the market, the gap, we speak about the gap, but also you are servicing a customer. We are delivering a product, delivering value to the customer. So we have to be obsessed with what problem we are addressing of the customer, and is the customer prepared to pay us in addressing and solving the problem. So the convenience we create by developing e-commerce platforms. If now you can order, you can go on an app. If you are moving locations, one of our successful portfolio companies, Dropper, for example, they've created a convenient app where you could literally, if you are moving location, you need deliveries, you can get that app. So the convenience, that's a problem, right? So other opportunities. I mean, you look at other very difficult sectors like mining. Safety is a big issue there. So what kind of technologies could people come up with? Young entrepreneurs could come up with. Do they have the information? Why is it that if people are still going kilometers underground, why can't we send robotics down there, right? But also there's unintended consequences there. That if with more technology, with more innovation, now other traditional jobs could be challenged. But it also speaks to skills that.
And the need for evolution and upskilling as well at the same time. Gosh, this is such an important conversation. We could go on for a while, but thank you so much for coming to speak to us. If people want to find out more, I'm sure they can find you on social media. IAME Accelerator is also on Twitter. I've been following them for some time now as well. Important work being done there. And the deadline for this latest intake, or this latest cohort, is the 31st of January.
Absolutely.
So we've got people watching who feel like we're speaking straight to them. That's where they can find out more. Octavius Phukubye is the entrepreneur in residence for IAME Accelerator. We thank you for your time this morning.